Oh, hello there. How are you? It's not like you can answer me, so let's just move on. Oh, hey there. Are you wondering how to make a face mask? Oh my god, me too. Well, guess what? Today is our lucky day because we are learning how to make this super cute and trendy face mask. If you want to learn, keep watching. First, we'll start by grabbing 2 pieces of white paper and then taping them together right in the middle. And then we need to grab something round because I am not really good at drawing circles free-handed. That's why we need something preferably with a diameter of 26 centimeters. And then we're just going to use a Sharpie or a pencil, whichever one you prefer, and just trace over the entire thing. Once we finish tracing, we're going to have a circle shape on our piece of paper. Then we're going to use our handy dandy scissors to cut out a shape of a circle, and it would look something like this right here. And what you're going to be left with is a circle. So now that we have a circle, we're going to just half it. Then we're going to fold it in half again this way. It's like a little fan with 4 flaps. Now that we have this shape, what we're going to be doing is measuring around 4 centimeters from this side and then 8 centimeters from this side. So let's say about right here. This is pretty much going to be our template that we're going to be using to cut out our pieces of cloth. Just just easier to work with paper rather than actual cloth. And then what you'll be doing is taking your circle shape that you used previously. Then we're going to trace that with our Sharpie and just cut it out. So we're going to cut out this shape. This one's basically going to be the shape of our mask. Now you'll need to grab your cloth. I'm using this right here, and I cut out a little piece, and what I'm going to do is just trace this on here and then trace another one on the back side of this and then cut it out. So for this step, we're going to be sewing the sides of these together. Basically what you want to do is have the back of your cloth facing outwards on both sides. And we're basically just going to sew the sides like this. So now, once we have this all sewed up on the sides, what we're going to do is fold it like this and then match this end and then match the bottom end. So what I did, even when I was sewing the other part, I basically just used paper clips right here. They really helped me because it just kept everything in place. Now what we're basically going to do is sew our sides, so up here, and then we're going to sew down here, and we'll be really close to getting our mask done. So once you are done sewing the sides, it should look something like this. But remember, do not sew just a little bit of it, because this is right now the inside and we don't want to see all this extra cloth and all our little stitches. So all of this is going to be locked up inside. So now, using this hole that we left, we're just going to unfold it like this, take the whole thing out of there, and it'll look something like this. To get these edges to come out properly, you can use a pen. You can poke it through the hole. This is what it should look like. This side should still be open. I'm just going to go back and iron this a little, flatten this part out, flatten this part out. And what also you want to do is you want to fold this in a little bit from this side, and then fold this in here a little bit from this side, and then just take a needle and poke it through.
Me acting like I know what I'm doing, but this is my first time sewing.
So I just finished ironing the mask. I ironed the sides so that they're nice and pressed together. And this is going to be the middle right here. And then right here is where that little spot was. I just put a pin in there. I'm going to go back and stitch this part, and then I'll be back. Now, once I've stitched this part, I'm gonna pick which side I want my front to be and which side I want my back to be. We're gonna flip it back sides facing upwards, and what we're going to do is just fold it inwards a little bit. It's just an estimate because this is for your straps that are going to go on your ears, and you could go ahead and iron this. I actually feel like I don't need to iron this. I actually went ahead and ironed both sides down because it's just easier that way to handle it since I'm not using any pins. Next, you're going to grab 2 of these stretchy straps. Is just put a little bit inside here and then a little bit inside here like this, and then do the same thing on the other side. As you can see how I fold it, it's so that one side is going to be dark and one side is going to be light. And how I did the sides is I first sewed this band to the flap that we ironed down, and then I sewed the other side, then I folded it and I just sewed it right down straight. As you can see right here, I did the same thing on the other side. Next up, we're going to be making a little pocket for our filter to go right here, so our mask is super safe and protects us. So you'll just need to grab the same piece of cloth that you were using to make your actual mask. We're gonna cut out a little square. Make sure your filter fits in the square, and make sure your square isn't bigger than your mask. So now once you have your little cloth cut out, we're going to see if it matches. So mine kind of matches pretty well. Next up, we're going to sew all sides except this one, because this is the side that our filter is going to go through the mask to make it a 4-layered mask. So just go ahead and sew all sides except this one. Once you've finished sewing your piece of cloth onto your mask, it should look something like this. So this creates a 3-layered mask and also gives us room to put in another filter to make it a 4-layered mask. Like this. Also, make sure that the cloth you're using is cotton, because cotton is the best cloth for masks. It doesn't irritate your skin, and it also protects you. So that's our mask. But today, oh my god, a hair.
Our lucky day, and we'll learn how to make our face.